We, the people of Guyana, have long set out across the world, settling in nearly every corner of the globe. Along the way, we've embraced the cultures, languages, and customs of our adopted homes, many of which now serve as the birthplaces and native lands of our children and grandchildren. Yet wherever we go, we also bring something of ourselves. G-Town Universal is a space that explores this beautiful cultural exchange. It's a living archive of Guyanese voices in the diaspora, a place where the impact of our presence abroad is not only acknowledged but celebrated. Through poetry, storytelling, and thoughtful conversations, we dive deep into what it means to be Guyanese, here, there, and everywhere. In our last episode, we featured a short story from playwright, author, and illustrator Harold Bascom. Here is Harold in his own words. In this clip, he is chatting with writer and journalist Pitamber Prasad.
We need inter-Caribbean reading. And if we get inter-Caribbean reading, we would be able to form a publishing center, a publishing company, because Guyana can't form its own publishing company. It can, yes, but they won't make any money. We even got 1 million people. What we need is a CARICOM publishing company, but that would only make sense if we have inter-Caribbean reading.
And now, let's introduce you to one of our virtual hosts, Gramax Stanislaus Austin.
Howdy, y'all. Name's Gramax, the GT Texan, also known as the original Overnite Yankee. Born in Georgetown, been stateside since I was 51 years old. I'm approaching 53 now. In this episode of G-Town Universal, we want to look at Guyanese immigration statistics. Now, I'm going to tell you something straight. No chaser. The 1980s in Guyana was rougher than a rodeo bull with a hangover. I'm talking economic collapse, political madness, and folks standing in line for wheat, flour, bread, oil, and kerosene. Between 1976 and 1981, we was bleeding out 14,400 people every damn year. But that was just an appetizer, friend. By the late 80s, we talking somewhere between 10,000 and 30,000 folks annually just saddling up and riding any which way, mostly to the USA. From 1983 to 1989, exactly 46,706 Guyanese packed their bags and headed to America. That's like if the whole town of Linden just evaporated into thin air. Poof! Gone like morning dew on a hot Texas day. But here come the kicker that'll knock your boots off. 8%, you hearing me right. 8% of Guyana's entire population moved to New York City in 1 decade. Not spread out across America, nah. One city. That's like saying everybody from Berbice just decided to move to Houston at the same time. Absolute madness. Now picture this, cowboy. While 8% of the entire Guyanese population left in 1 decade, 70% of those who left the homeland headed straight to New York, like cattle to water. Nostrand and Church Avenue became the new Stabroek Market. America's Street area and Liberty Avenue became the new Regent Street. By the time the dust settled, New York City had over 140,000 people of Guyanese descent. That made us the 5th largest foreign-born population in the whole dadgum city. And here's the thing about a stampede. Once it starts, it don't stop easy. By 2013, we had 273,000 people in the USA claiming Guyanese as their first ancestry, and by 2019, 231,649 Guyanese Americans calling America home. And word round the campfire is some folks claiming 30,000 Guyanese still leaving every single year. every single year. Now let me paint you a picture whiter than the Texas sky. Close to 800,000 Guyanese done emigrated somewhere, and over half of those picked the good old U.S. of A. You know what that means in plain English? There's more Guyanese living outside Guyana than inside it. We got a diaspora bigger than the homeland population. That's like if everybody in Houston packed up and moved to Dubai, leaving only half the city behind. It's the kind of statistic that makes you go, wait, run that by me again? But partner, let me tell you what's really keeping Guyana's heart beating. The money flowing back home like the Demerara River after rainfall. $438 million in remittances, friend. That ain't pocket change. That's a whole economy run on love and obligation. Every Guyanese in America, from the nurse in Brooklyn to the accountant in Miami to yours truly in Texas, we send him money back home every month, fixing roofs, paying school fees, buying medicine, building houses. We supporting 3, 4, sometimes 5 people back home with every paycheck. That's not charity, cowboy. That's family. That's duty. That's what keeps the wheels turning back in GT while we out here chasing the American dream. All right, let me bring this horse back to the barn with the real talk. 36% of Guyana's native-born population lives abroad, making it the country with the highest percentage among those with at least 1 million inhabitants. Yo, we got one of the world's highest immigration rates, period. Sit with that for a minute, partner. More than half of everybody born in Guyana don't live there no more. That ain't just a brain drain, that's a brain evacuation. That's a whole nation scattered across the globe like tumbleweeds in a windstorm. From Georgetown to New York, to Toronto, to London, to right here in Texas, we everywhere and nowhere all at once. We building little Guyanas in every corner of the map, keeping pepper pot, cook up rice and curry chicken. Or is it chicken curry alive? We the most successful immigrant community that nobody talks about. No dramatic CNN coverage, no Hollywood movies. Just a steady, relentless, decades-long stream of people voting with their feet. Well, that's all I want to say for now. Next time, I want us to talk about the impact of Guyanese mass migration. I am Gramax, the GT Texan, also known as the original Overnite Yankee. And I am saying adios for now.
Born in the land of the mighty Roraima, land of great rivers and far-stretching seas. So like the mountain, the sea and the river, great, wide and deep in our lives would we be. 'Cause we were born in the land